Beneath the silver light of a full moon, the Aegean waves kissed the rocky shores of a small island. There, in the ancient temple of Athena, a girl knelt, her golden hair shimmering like sunlight, and her beauty rivaling the gods themselves. Her name was Medusa, the youngest daughter of Phorcys and Ceto, born immortal among her immortal sisters, Stheno and Euryale. While they possessed fearsome strength and eternal life, Medusa was blessed, or cursed, with nothing but her ephemeral beauty. The whispers of her charm spread like wildfire through the cities of Greece. Her visage, it was said, could stop the mightiest warrior in his tracks, not from fear, but from awe. Men traveled across seas to see her. Women envied her grace. Yet Medusa remained humble, dedicating her days to the service of Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war. Her devotion did not go unnoticed, but neither did her beauty. One fateful day, Poseidon, god of the sea, cast his gaze upon her. His admiration quickly turned to obsession. The mighty god, driven by his desires, pursued Medusa relentlessly. It was in Athena's own temple that the tragedy unfolded. Seeking sanctuary from Poseidon's advances, Medusa fled to the sacred hall she had so often cleaned and adorned. She prayed for Athena's protection, but the goddess did not answer. The sea god found her, and in a moment of divine cruelty, violated her in the very place meant for purity and prayer. When it was over, Medusa's cries echoed through the temple like a shattered hymn. Yet, it was not Poseidon who bore the brunt of Athena's wrath. It was Medusa. The goddess, furious at the desecration of her sacred space, turned her gaze upon the mortal girl. "You have brought disgrace to my temple," Athena declared, her voice like thunder. Medusa, broken and trembling, tried to explain, but Athena's judgment had already fallen. "If your beauty can inspire such ruin, then let it be your curse," the goddess decreed. With a wave of her hand, Medusa's golden locks twisted into writhing serpents. Her once soft skin turned pale and hardened like marble. Her eyes, once warm and inviting, now burned with a deadly light. From that day forward, any living being who met her gaze would be turned to stone. Shunned by mortals and gods alike, Medusa fled to a desolate island in the farthest reaches of the world. Her sisters, bound by their unbreakable love, joined her in exile. Together, the Gorgons became a tale to frighten children and a challenge for heroes seeking glory. But Medusa was no monster. She tended to the animals that roamed her island, her heart aching for the life she had lost. She avoided her own reflection, unable to face the creature she had become. Each stone figure that dotted her island, a bird that soared too close, a sailor who stumbled upon her lair, was a reminder of her isolation. Years passed, and Medusa's legend grew. Heroes boasted of slaying her, though none returned to claim their prize. Until, one day, a demigod named Perseus was tasked with bringing back her head. Sent by King Polydectes, who sought to rid himself of the meddlesome hero, Perseus embarked on his perilous quest with the aid of Athena and Hermes. With a mirrored shield from Athena, a sword forged by Hephaestus, and winged sandals from Hermes, Perseus approached Medusa's lair. As he entered the cave, the air grew still, heavy with the weight of past lives turned to stone. Perseus moved carefully, using the reflection in his shield to navigate. Medusa, sensing an intruder, stirred from her restless sleep. Her serpents hissed, warning her of danger, but this hero was unlike the others. Before she could fully rise, Perseus struck, severing her head with a single precise blow. From her neck sprang Pegasus, the winged horse, and Chrysaor, a golden warrior, both fathered by Poseidon and hidden within her. Perseus fled the island with her head, its deadly gaze still intact. He used it to defeat his enemies and rescue Princess Andromeda before presenting it to Athena, who placed it upon her shield as a symbol of power. Yet Medusa's story did not end with her death. Her spirit, free from its cursed form, found solace at last. In death, she was no longer the monster painted by others, but a tragic figure, a reminder of divine cruelty and mortal resilience. And so, while Perseus's tale became legend, Medusa's name lived on, not as a beast to be feared, but as a symbol of strength and suffering. Her story whispered through the ages, a timeless lament for those punished not for their sins, but for the sins of others. In the end, Medusa's tragedy was not her curse, but the world's inability to see her for what she truly was: a victim, a survivor, and ultimately a figure of haunting beauty. The story of Medusa is a tragic tale of beauty, betrayal, and divine injustice. Once a devoted mortal priestess of Athena, Medusa was wronged by the god Poseidon and punished by Athena, not for her actions but for being a victim. Cursed with a monstrous appearance and the power to turn others to stone, Medusa lived in isolation until Perseus, a hero on a quest, took her life. Fantasy or forgotten tale? While Medusa's tale might seem purely mythical, it may have roots in forgotten history. Ancient myths often reflect societal values or events, distorted and dramatized over time. The story of Medusa could symbolize real individuals ostracized for their differences, or serve as a cautionary tale about unchecked power and misplaced judgment. Whether fantasy or forgotten truth, Medusa's story remains a powerful narrative about the complexities of victimhood, perception, and resilience.